Hi children. Oh, you can see something here on this side, isn't it? With 3 green arrows which are going one after the other, and you can see these 3 words in here: reuse, reduce, recycle. What can we reuse and reduce and recycle? These 3 words are very important because all these 3 words are related to our environment. What is about the environment to look after? It is important because we live in this environment and it has to be clean and fresh for us to survive, for us to be healthy and live a happy life. So today we are going to learn about how to keep our environment clean. How will this environment become dirty? It's because of all the waste which we are producing at home, in the surroundings, from the factories, and all these waste materials are the garbage, and they are put into 2 different groups: the degradable waste material and the non-degradable waste materials. Now let us see a picture here. Now you can see here some pictures, isn't it? These are very common things you find at home. You can see here the peels, isn't it? The fruit peels, the vegetable peels, all these we find at home, isn't it? What do you do with this? Usually the people are throwing it just outside. But if you just leave it outside, it will become stale, it causes foul smell, the flies will come around and it will cause a lot of problems, health problems, pollution of the air. So this type of biodegradable waste, which can rot, mix with the soil, can be buried inside the soil. It will become manure and will be useful for the plants for its healthy growth. So this way we can manage the degradable waste materials, because we can reuse it in the form of manure. Here comes the R which we learned before. It is reuse of the degradable waste in the form of manure. Then the next type of waste material which causes a lot of problem, let us see. The non-degradable materials. These are the plastic bottles. You often see them in around your surroundings, in your locality. So they cause a lot of damage because they cannot rot or mix with the soil. So they remain day after day, year after year without getting rotted. So we have to find means to avoid or dispose these non-degradable materials. Not only plastic, hospitals like syringes, the used medicine bottles. Then we have a lot of other waste like the metal waste. We have e-waste from the electronic items like parts of the mixers, grinders. Then we have waste from the parts of computers, laptops, televisions, etc. All these are the e-waste or the electronic waste which cannot be disposed like the degradable material. So we have to find methods to dispose these waste materials and dispose it in the best ways. There are 4 ways actually to dispose the waste materials. Mostly people are dumping these waste materials in the open. This is one of the methods. Usually when you see or visit houses, you see them throwing the waste outside in their surrounding, dumping it here and there. That causes a lot of harms. It is harmful to nature. It is harmful to our health because it creates foul smell. It becomes a place where a lot of flies and insects will start breeding, which causes harm to our health in an indirect way. So, the first method of waste disposal, that is to dump it in the open, is not at all safe. The next method is to use landfill method, or we can burn it. Burning waste also causes a lot of damage to our health. It pollutes the air, it pollutes the land. So it is not a very good method. The third one is the landfill. It is a little more effective method because even the non-degradable materials you can bury in places or land which are not going to be used for cultivation. Like we can dump it in the basement of buildings, houses, the plot which is not going to be used for any cultivation, any sort of plantation. So it will not affect our environment. Then the degradable material that we discussed before can be used as a manure. We can dig big pits where we can dump all the degradable waste material and convert it into manure. This is the compost pit method. Okay, so there are 4 methods to dispose the waste. But instead of creating the waste, it is important that we reduce it or reuse it. We already discussed the 3 R's. To reduce the waste, mainly the plastic waste, we can avoid polythene bags and use cloth bags, which will reduce the use of plastic. And we can also try to reduce plastic by using TutAR bags, cloth handbags, and we should also try not to burn these plastic materials because it is dangerous to the environment, pollutes the air, and it is also harmful to us. So we can reduce this plastic material by using cloth bags. There are also many other reuses of plastic. We can reduce the wastage or garbage of plastic by converting into pencil stands. We can make flower pots and various materials which can be used again. Then to recycle is to melt down the material and convert it into new products. Newspapers can be converted into handmade papers. We can also convert the plastic bottles by melting them and making new products with the same plastic, even glass, some metals. These all things can be recycled and reused. So the 3 R's to reduce, reuse and recycle are the 3 golden words which will keep our environment clean. It is also very good to follow these 3 R's always, and it should be followed by each of us. Children, if you start following it today, you will have a clean surrounding in the future. So students, you can play an important role by keeping the 3 R's in your mind, in your life, and to keep the environment clean, and let us have a happy and clean environment always. Thank you.
Which shape is this? Yes, this is the shape of a rectangle. A rectangle has 4 sides and 4 angles. 2 small sides and 2 long sides. Okay, and opposite angles are equal. That is the speciality of rectangle. Examples are TV, refrigerator, mobile phone, your doors and windows are examples of a rectangle. Yes. Then we are going to the next shape. Yes. See, this is the shape of a square. Can you see this shape? Yes. Which shape is this? This is the shape of a square. A square has four sides and four angles. All sides are equal. That is the main speciality of a square. All sides are equal. Okay, all sides are equal in the case of a square. Examples are some cushions, windows, carom board are the examples of square. Okay, then the next one I will show you.
Hello my dear children. Today in this video I will be showing you different animals. Let's see them one by one. Children, can you see this big animal? Which is this animal? This is the lion. Can we keep the lion inside our home as pets? No, we cannot keep the lion inside our home because the lion is a wild animal. So, which are the other animals that we can keep inside our home as pets? Let us have a look one by one. Look at this animal, children. You all know this animal. This is the dog. The dog can be kept as a pet inside our house. The dogs sleep inside a kennel. The dog guards our home. Look at this small little animal. This is the rabbit. The rabbit can also be kept inside our home as pets. Do you know where the rabbits live? The rabbits are kept inside a small cage. It is called as a hutch. The other animal which we can keep inside our home as pet is the fish. Fishes are kept inside an aquarium. There are different other animals which we can keep as pets inside our home. We can keep the cat, we can keep the bird as pets inside our house. Do you know where do we take these animals when they get ill? We take them to the doctor. The doctor of the animals are called as vet. We should always give them good food and clean water. We should make sure that we love our animals and we take